Sanya is an events host, DJ, model, and mental health advocate. Her passion and drive in doing what she does continuously inspires others to be their best, and that is what makes her the empowered individual that she is today.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of In Love With Me, where we feature inspiring individuals who will share their amazing stories. I am your host, Mafae Velasco, and for this series, our topic is being empowered during quarantine. For this episode, we have an empowered woman, events host, international DJ, and supermodel to motivate us to take action. So without further ado, let's welcome the beautiful and amazing Sanya Smith. Hi, Sanya.
Hey. Oh my God, hi. Hey.
I'm so glad that you were able to come on and help me inspire others, especially at this time. I know that you've been keeping yourself busy. But before I ask you what you've been up to during this time, can you please share with everyone on how you are the amazing and empowered woman you are today? Yeah.
Wow, I don't even know how to say it. Thank you. That's so sweet. And I just want to thank you, Mafae, for having me on here. This is a great platform to talk about just like what things that you've mentioned. What makes me the strong, empowered person is just it takes a village. I'm telling you, it takes a village. It's there's a lot of trial and error. There's a lot of failure involved. There's a lot of self-doubt. There's a lot of what do you call this? Self-esteem, like low, high. There's a lot of negatives that you will have to go through to actually, get to where you want to be. And that's actually okay. I actually want to focus on that because a lot of people are like, it is important to stay positive. It's important to stay optimistic, but it's also just as important to acknowledge any negative feelings or experiences that you've had, because they will make you stronger. They will make you grow. You will learn from them. So I think, a lot of us can relate to this because growing up, we're taught to sort of block out, certain emotions, like, go to your room and whatever. I don't really know how to say it, but like, we're like, oh, like, don't be sad, smile, like, like it's okay to do that, but also just be like, it's okay to be sad. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be confused and stuff. So, because those are emotions that will help you grow. I can't stress this enough because growth is so important when it comes to, building yourself up. I have gone through hell and back, to get to where I am today. And I'm still learning and I'm still growing and I'm still, I still want to be better at what I do. You know what I mean? It's a lot of bravery. Is that courage? There you go. Courage. Courage. Just you gotta have like that cojones to really just go for what you want. And just also don't be afraid to ask for help from other people. If you know people in the industry that you are interested in being in or exploring, go ask them, buy them a cup of coffee, like talk to them, you know what I mean? If you're passionate about something, there's like the internet is like you know, the university of YouTube. You know what I mean? There's no excuses anymore. There's a lot of like videos and tutorials, and like, you know, there's social media. There's a lot of information that's what do you call this? That's available to us now. So I think like if you really want something, you will find a way to do it. You know what I mean? I think passion is also another thing to get to where, you know, some people don't figure out what they want to do until much later. Like I am still figuring that out as well. Like I love DJing, I love hosting, I love expressing myself in different forms of art as an artist. You know, I love cooking. If you guys follow me on Instagram or my social media, I'm always like, I love TikTok. Hey! I'm exploring that as well. You know, maybe even getting into acting someday. I don't know. I was given the opportunity recently. I'm not going to talk about that too much, but I was given an opportunity recently to also look into that. It was something that I've always wanted to pursue, but I was always afraid of pursuing it because I felt like I didn't belong. There's that self-doubt again, right? So you really have to go through a lot, really. There's a lot of like demons that you have to face, to be honest. But you know, having a good support system, you know, reaching out to your friends. They're oh my God, it's my family. I miss them so much. Yeah, it like I said, it takes a village. You know what I mean? So just start with what makes you happy, I think. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. I miss them so much. Start with what makes you happy. What piques your interest? Like, what do you think? What do you see yourself? Oh, you know. Oh, here's another thing I've been doing. I've been manifesting. The power of the universe is quite insane. I underestimated the power of the universe, to be honest. Like, everything that I've done, I have somehow dreamed about it before.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of that. A lot of just like really visualizing yourself. Like I would even, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. I used to practice my autograph like signature before when I was really young. You know what I mean? Like little silly things like that kind of help, you know. It's like creating a mood board. It's creating a mood board for the universe to kind of be like, oh, this is what she wants. Okay, all right. So yeah.
And usually when we're young, that's when we become creative. We're innocent. You know, the world is yours pretty much. And with your story, fun fact, guys, me and Sanya probably have known each other almost 20 years. Can you believe
20 years! Oh my God!
So,
wow. Feel old yet? Yeah.
And it's funny you were talking about just going for dreams and not even back then probably our courage was much more stronger than it is.
I think so. I don't even know. What were we thinking?
Do you remember wearing the Cheese and Kisses bikini?
Oh my God, the Q&A, like it haunts me. It haunts me until today. Oh my God, it haunts me to this day. Man, if there was social media back then, I would have been roasted for sure. Oh my God.
It was like my sister, you know, we became sisters, joined Bini Bini in 2003. And to me, I valued the friendships that I made there. And Sanya was one of them.
Oh, I love you.
Then, and I'm glad and so proud of what you've done. You've accomplished all these years, you know. I think we've always kept in touch. I've tried to support you. You've tried to support me. So we were always collaborating. And until now, you know, your next step into another dream that you wanted to pursue, I'm all for it. Cheer you on. So let's rewind back then. Like, what was your motivation in joining a pageant?
Oh wow, I don't even know where to begin with this. It was something what motivated me? I think my family, they were so supportive, and that's what really kept me going. You know, they were super supportive of it. And at first I was like, I don't know if I belong in this world, because, you know, I was wearing like freaking oversized t-shirt and jeans to like the press conferences. Do you remember my elephant jeans? Oh my God. Because I was like so new to this whole thing. I didn't have any sponsors. There was no guidance. Thankfully, Madame Araneta was very kind enough to actually, you know, offer some guidance at the time, because I was like so young and so clueless. No training whatsoever. I was just like, I don't know what I'm doing here. But it was such a great experience, though. Like like meeting you, like meeting the traveling that we got to do, like it was insane. Like I don't think I would never trade that experience for anything else. Honestly, it taught me a lot, actually. It my feet have never been the same after that, though. Can you feel your toes? Because my big toe on the front is kind of numb. There's like nerve damage from that pageant, to be honest.
Oh my God.
But yeah,
hours and hours that we were wearing the heels, and it's probably
that's definitely that had to do with that. Yeah,
wearing it for hours and hours. But I remember the memories, even after, or even not during our sponsors' visits, or anything that's got to do with the pageant. It was the relationship that we had after, like, we really got to know each other. Yes, I think I was the one that introduced you to, like, hey, let's go hang out.
You were like my club mama.
I was like, man, we're gonna have fun somehow.
I had never been to a club, actually, like, ever, to be honest. Yeah.
My fault.
No.
It was amazing time of our lives, and then now,
for sure.
You know, of course, you learn to mature a little bit being in the city. I know you were living not in the city before that, right?
I was living in Baguio, and then I lived in Bicol, and then I lived in Cavite. So literally, like, I was supposed to do something to do with like ROTC camping. I was in my like army gear, and they were like, "We gotta pick you up. You gotta go do Bini Bini." I was like, kind of excited and kind of bummed out at the same time, because I was so excited for this camp. I was like, yeah, we got to do all this cool army stuff. But then I had to trade in the army boots for heels and a sash.
And
I made it to top 12, which is way farther than I ever thought I would ever make it to. So I'm kind of proud of that, you know, for somebody that age, like, just turned 18, literally, like, you know what I mean? Just finishing high school, like, what? You know what I mean? So, and like, was never crazy experience.
Then
really
after
fun,
that,
though.
you transitioned to being a model. How was that experience?
It was actually, I did modeling a little bit, but I had some bad experiences, and it was like, this is not for me. So after that, I actually started in radio.
Right.
I was on Monster Radio RX 93.1. That was my sort of my introduction into the music and entertainment industry. This is where it all started. So, honestly, like, I owe it to the people to my family from Monster Radio RX 93.1, because I learned how to host there. I learned how to sort of, like, you know, how to speak in front of a crowd, I guess. I mean, not really in a crowd, but you're speaking to your audience is just like, woo, you know what I mean? What else? I got to meet a lot of amazing people in the music industry, the local OPM band scene, you know what I mean? So, that's definitely where it all started. And then, what do you call this? Oh yeah, I have to shout out to Boom Gonzalez. He taught me everything I know about hosting. I should probably call him up and be like, I need an update with my hosting skills. I could use a little refresher course. then after that, I started modeling. A friend was kind of bugging me. She was like, "Hey, why don't you try?" She asked me to sign up with her modeling agency. I'm like, "Sure, I'll give it another go," because like the first experience I had was like so. And I was booking, magazine editorials and stuff, and like, which was great, super fun. I love. I think modeling and acting are almost the same thing, pretty much. You are projecting a character almost with the clothes that you're wearing or whatever look that you're trying to project, an emotion and whatnot. So I really enjoyed modeling. When she asked me to audition or go to a casting, or sorry, a casting for a runway show, I was like, oh no. I definitely don't belong on the runway. I don't belong in, no. Because like flashbacks from past experiences, I'm like, I don't know if I can do that again.
Yeah.
So finally, I was like, you know what, just give it a go, just try. There's no harm in trying.
Mm-hmm.
So I did it. I remember it was for Metroware Saga event. No, sorry, not Metroware. It was for Rahul Larel. It was for Rahul Larel in the somewhere in BGC. I can't remember, but I auditioned, and it was the first time I met Robbie Carmona ever. And he said my walk was good, but it was a bit too much. I think I was giving too. I was just like, yeah, bam, bam, bam. It was like, it's a bit much. Just tone it down a little bit. I remember, and so we stayed behind, and I think he kind of gave me some pointers to improve my walk.
Yeah.
And so after that, he hired me, and then boom, that's kind of when it blew up. I remember my very first show with Rahul Larel, I had to wear, it was a beautiful black dress, and I had to wear, I remember that was my favorite dress ever. I had to wear like blue paint on my face and like sleek back hair. And he was like, okay, pretend you're a cyborg. I'm like, I'm loving this. I can do this forever. I get to be a cyborg in a dress. Yeah. Well, I didn't do it like that. Obviously, I didn't do it like that. That's like my, I don't know why I did that. Anyways, so that was super fun. And then I started going to more castings and bookings and stuff. And then PMAP approached me, Risa, and I became a member. And then it just, wow, then that's when it really blew up, actually. So it's something that I had always kind of wanted to do, but never in my wildest dreams thought I could ever really do, because I was always kind of awkward growing up. I was the awkward, tall, lanky Filipina kid in school, that made people laugh. I was the drama geek in school as well. So music, oh yeah, I was in band. I played the flute. I did. I played the freaking flute.
You should have done that for your talent.
I should probably. Oh, hold on. Sorry. I should probably like pick up the flute again and just see if I can I don't know. It'd be fun to sort of revisit those days. But yeah, super dork. You know what I mean? Like super awkward, and then somehow ended up, being in the fashion and entertainment music industry. So, and then DJing, how did that start? So
yeah, that's that.
The first time I ever touched decks ever was when Jake Cuenca, my boyfriend at the time, was friends with Jake Cuenca, and Jake was like, he had a setup at his house, and he was like spinning for when I remember we went over to like hang out and stuff, and then I was like, what is that? Can I try? And he taught me how to beat match with, I remember I think it was house music. Yeah. And so I was like, this is kind of cool. Meh, not for me though. Seriously. I was like, I don't know. It's all right. That's more your thing. So I kind of just like years, I didn't really, really pick it up. I didn't really know. And then later on, there's this party. I can't even remember what year this. This was either 2007 or 2008 or 2009. But there was this party. I don't know. Did you ever go to Flux? Whatever Thursdays.
I don't remember.
It was like, yeah, it was every Thursday. It was a party by Gian Romano and Kiko Escora. So it was kind of like a night where music, fashion, and art would kind of come together. Like all the freaks get to hang out, you know what I mean? So we would go there, and like Gian and Kiko were like, "Hey, do you want to spin?" I'm like, "I don't know how to DJ." I remembered like from years ago, but I don't know how. They were like, "It's okay, just play, burn some CDs, and then we'll just take it from there." So I burned like whatever music I thought I could share, I guess. And I was playing a lot of, or listening to a lot of like classic and alternative rock, the anthems. And I thought, I thought by playing the anthems, it would be a fun way to kind of just, I don't know, anthems are fun. So it was a lot, it was a very rock oriented set, I remember. Oh, this pop collection is not mine, by the way, it's my friend's. I'm just like, this is not mine. I'm like a super poser right now. Yeah, this is totally my collection. Yes. It's not. Anyways, what was I saying? Sorry, my brain like goes like that. Oh yeah, that's right. So I remember I went behind the DJ booth. I'm like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but let's go. And then Kiko was like, if the music was really loud and I was about to go on, and Kiko's yelling, because the music's really loud. He's yelling instructions into my ear. I'm like, okay, I didn't hear you, but okay. So I'm just like, kind of like pressing play and kind of listening and feeling for the cue. Like maybe it would be good if I just kind of jumped in here. I was kind of going with the flow, right? And then the crowd was going insane. So I was like, wow, this is crazy. This is fun. Oh my God. And so that's when I decided, I was like, you know what? I want to do this again. So they asked me to play again. And then they asked me to play another time again and again and again. And then we were playing regularly. And then we found ourselves kind of DJing, and then Ornusa, Mia, and I decided, why don't we put together a sort of like super girl DJ group? So that's when the Zombettes started. Actually, we were supposed to be a singing trio.
Oh,
that's how the Zombettes was. But then we were like, we were already the Zombettes by doing, because we kind of just happened to be. We didn't. None of us really planned it. It just kind of happened, which is like the really cool part. Like it kind of took a life of its own. So we're like, I think the Zombettes concept could kind of work as, a DJ trio. Like no one's really doing that right now. So, and it's super fun. Yeah. We're already doing it. Why not, right? So we were doing that for a while. Super duper fun, life changing. Like, wow. I remember 2010 when we were at B-side and we had the conversation, and it was, Nico Bacani, right? He was like, yeah, this is going to change your lives. And he was right. He was definitely right. Like, Anna, my manager now, Anna Ong from the B-side, owner of like Black Market and 2020 and, so B-side Productions. That's, when we kind of just started there, we were just playing it. We played for Halloween as a trio, and then it just kind of, and then we had a tour. What the hell? We had a tour. They just like, and then and then it just kind of like took off from there. And then Mia, she went solo. She's killing it right now, by the way. Super killing it. Super proud of her. And Ornusa and I continued as a duo. And then that another how many years? 2013 onward. So 2010, 2013. Yeah, just like professionally, I think we had been doing it for almost 9 years. Yeah. But it kind of came with a little bit of a price. Because being in the nightlife industry for so long, being in the club, all the late nights, and it takes a lot of energy as well. You know what I mean? Planning the sets and like doing all the festivals and all the traveling, which I love, by the way. It's so much fun. But it kind of took a lot out of me because I was putting so much in energy into it, where to the point where, and it was also where, I started partying a lot. You know what I mean? It was like to the point where it was affecting my performance and my mental health already. It was like I was kind of overdoing it. So I had to take a break from it and sort of, level out, find the balance. That's always another thing. You have to know where your limits lie, and you have to also kind of know when to take a few steps back. You know what I mean? I think that's really important. Otherwise, you will burn yourself out. And when you burn yourself out, oh my gosh, it just opens up a whole can of other worms. You know what I mean? So, excuse me. So, yeah. What else? So,
and then you
slowly getting back into. Sorry?
you going to acting. You were saying.
Yes, actually, I was given the opportunity to this year, and I, after the project was done, I was like, this is something I feel like I would like to explore a little bit more. It's just it's a lot of fun, you know what I mean? So there's that whole like performing in front of, oh wow, right now I'm like, I'm working on building up this confidence again to perform in front of people, because like after getting burned out for so long, you kind of start to question, like, should I be doing this? Am I even good at this? Like the self-doubt starts to pour in. So yeah, slowly working my way back into, and right now, especially, being in quarantine, it's been, what do you call this? Kind of an eye opener as well. Or am I jumping ahead? Well,
it's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. Anyways, wait. So this is probably the most organized I've ever explained my life career. Like, this is the most, because I'm always jumping from story to story. So like, oh wait, no, this happened first, and then this, and then, you know what I mean? Like little details, like but yeah, it's kind of fun looking back. So what do you call this?
The acting
right now,
part.
in the acting part, I'm still kind of looking into. Obviously, anything in creative, the arts and entertainment industry has taken, I mean, along with everyone else, has taken a huge hit during this pandemic. So we're not really even sure, how to really approach the situation right now. Like, how are people filming? How are, in quarantine? So there's that as well. It's like, should I be attending acting workshops? Should I be approaching directors or producers or other actors? Like, how do I, because you're in this, there's no net, like, how do I network? How do I even start? You know what I mean? So, and then on top of that, I'm trying to adjust this, what do you call it? Or adapt rather, to the new world, as a host and a DJ as well. And I've been live streaming on Kumu, which is a completely new thing for me. I've been live streaming regularly, which is kind of fun as well. So just kind of exploring right now the different ways I can adapt and how I can fit into this new world, because I also kind of, a lot of my priorities have shifted since this pandemic started. And I think that goes, I think a lot of people can agree with me on that. Like, you start to really think, like, what really is important? What kind of impact do I want to leave, or impact do I want to
share
leave in this, or share, in this world right now? Because I feel like, there's a lot happening right now, and I feel like, I also have a platform and a kind of a little bit of a responsibility to talk about these things as well. Mental health being one of them. There's also there's a lot happening. You know what I mean? So it can be very overwhelming. That's exactly what happened to me maybe about a month ago. I got completely overwhelmed with what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to, because I had fairly been doing okay during quarantine, kind of like, I actually started teaching English online
Right.
at the start of this quarantine to kind of just make a little bit of an income now that there's, there are no projects happening right now. So I picked that up. And even that, I'm learning a lot, from doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually, because I'm super awkward with kids, man. I'm so awkward with children, but now I think I'm like slowly kind of, warming up to them because I have to teach kids every day and they're so cute. Can I show you this picture?
Sure.
I have to show you this picture. She's one of my favorite students. Her name is Judy. Wait, where is it? Oh, there it is. Oh, I know. This is Anna. This is Anna King. She actually drew a photo of me.
Uh-huh.
She drew a picture of me. Wait, can you even, whoops. Look how, I mean, come on.
Yeah,
See, I wear cat ears so that, because they're kids. But yeah, it's the cutest thing ever. And now I feel like I can, because I have a niece. She's 3, and like
Mm-hmm.
I'm still kind of awkward around her also because I'm like I don't know how to be around children. But now I feel like I can kind of like we can hang out now that I know. So there's
So
that
that's
too.
probably one of the new things that you've learned about yourself is that you can get along with children now.
Now I'm not I'm still a child though. I'll have to admit I'm still a child, but now I'm not as awkward and like
But
I've actually be
you're
I've
already
actually become more patient as well.
yeah,
What?
good. You're already there. Like you feeling like you're still a kid, you can relate to them that way.
Yeah, that's probably why. Yeah, that's probably how it works.
So
But yeah, I've actually learned to be more patient as well, and I think I always like to think of myself as a compassionate person, but I think more so now,
mhm,
especially with what's been happening. Everyone's going through something right now, so I'm learning to be kinder and
mhm,
to others and to myself as well. Like I think the most important thing that we need to learn is to be kinder, not to others, but also especially to ourselves during this pandemic. Because like, do you remember the pressure in the very beginning of this quarantine to stay
yeah.
productive and healthy? And everybody was posting, everybody was like baking banana bread for some reason, and then everybody was like posting their workout routines and their schedules, and I'm like, I need to be productive too, so I started doing that as well. And then I was just like, it was actually causing way more anxiety
Yeah.
to stay productive.
Mhm,
So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just chill out with the whole scheduling and like
mhm,
staying fully, like it's okay if you are not being as productive as you'd like to be in quarantine, because again, it's a lot.
yeah.
This is a freaking pandemic. You're not,
Mhm,
it's okay that if you're still just trying to cope, that's enough.
mhm,
Just remember that's enough. You know what I mean? So there was a time where I just kind of like let it go. Just kind of allowed myself to not follow a strict what do you call it, schedule, but just kind of be open to like, okay, I can do this if I want to. If I don't want to, it's okay. Like, so yeah, again, just you don't have to pressure yourself to
right.
keep up with everyone else. That's also probably why I think I mentioned this in another live, that the pressure to keep up with the world was kind of gone during this quarantine.
Yeah.
So that anxiety was gone.
Mhm,
I low key am not ready for the world to start up again. I
yeah.
miss working, but I'm like, I want, I don't know if I'm ready to come out of this cave yet. I've kind of established a bit of a routine, you know what I
Mhm,
mean? So, oh, that's right. And yeah, going back to, being overwhelmed because
yeah.
I know a lot's happening. So I actually had to just take literally 1 week off of the
Mhm,
internet, social media. I took a couple of days off of work as well,
mhm,
teaching. I took a couple of days off of live streaming as well. Just as long as it involves a screen and internet, I'm like, no, I need
yeah.
take a step back and because there was so much interest. This was the week that the weeks that they announced no mass testing will be done by the government, and this was the George Floyd incident as well that was happening, and it was just like a lot of energy just absorbing, and then I wanted to speak out about it, but I just didn't know how because I couldn't organize my thoughts.
Right.
So I literally had to I was crying for days, honestly, like, because I didn't know what was happening. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? So I really had to take a week off. I pretty much put my phone down. I would check the family thread every once in a while just to kind of make sure, like, guys, I'm still alive, I'm okay, But anything else, like, I muted a lot of group chats. I did not go on social media at all. I didn't even, I didn't even touch my phone. I rarely touched my phone. And all I did was, like, I listened to some podcasts. I played a lot of video games. I was playing Tomb Raider. You know what I mean? Shooting bad guys and, like, exploring tombs and collecting relics and documents. That's what I was doing. And, like, just, watching Netflix. Oh my God, you guys have to watch. Have you seen Pose?
I think part of it.
You need to see it. It's probably one of the most inspiring, motivating, like, just wow shows that I have seen in a really, really long time. Just while I was taking a break off the internet, I was trying to also consume as much, like, allowing myself to absolutely not do anything, but also, like, listening to podcasts like I Weigh by Jamila Jamil, one of my favorite podcasts ever. She talks about body acceptance, not positivity, not necessarily positivity, body acceptance. She talks about shame. She talks about a lot of, like, mental health topics as well. Actually, the one podcast the one episode that really got to me was the Demi Lovato episode. I'm not a fan of Demi Lovato. I actually I knew her name, but I wasn't really like, and yung pala, she's like this huge pop star and, like, Disney Channel, Disney kid and stuff. And her story of, like, when she battled with addiction, and then, like, how she what do you call it? They talk about cancel culture as well, which right now is crazy. Cancel culture, it's like a new sport right now on the internet, which I think, Jamila was saying, it's absolutely necessary to call people out for their inappropriate behavior, but to cancel them without giving them a chance to really correct their mistakes and apologize and learn from it, that I think is a little crazy. So that's why for a while I actually became kind of scared to talk about things on the internet, because I was scared of, like, what if I get misinterpreted and then I get attacked because the internet is an amazing place, but it also can be quite scary. It can be quite scary. It is. So
looking for the news, looking for, I guess, entertainment. So it is. I like what you said about, making sure that your thoughts were organized before you post something, or even just share things, because people might not accept it the same way that you are expressing it. So
exactly. The Karens of the internet. There's always, you know what I mean?
So, the world is shifting that way, and, we're here to obviously inspire everyone to make sure that, we find peace, within ourselves, with the people that empowers you, lean on them, like your story, like you said, sometimes you go, the way that you express it or the way you share your story, you're going like a roller coaster ride. But that's the thing.
It is a roller coaster ride. Yeah.
In your mind, all the good things are popping back up again. You are remembering how you started, where you started, who, and I'm so glad that my team did great research on finding your family to make you happy.
I know. So great. Awesome team. Thanks, guys.
that's what this platform is about. And I did express earlier that you are pretty much a sister to me. I've known you for
I
years,
love
and
you.
just seeing you grow from the Sanya that I would like just say, "Come on, let's go," to now.
Oh my
You're like,
god.
yes, I need to balance myself, and I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't want introducing her to all that, but at the end, you are this inspiring woman that is
Thank
constantly
you.
reinventing herself. I'm sure that we can share more stories, and I'm so excited to see you grow even more. Um, can you share with everyone, like, possibly where they can see, like, advocacies or projects that you're supporting right now? How could they get into
Um,
those people or platforms?
well, actually, I guess social media right now, I'm Sanya Smith 007. I'm on Instagram, and then I have a Facebook page as well, Sanya Smith, so I'm there as well. Advocacies, definitely the Red Whistle Project with Nicola Costner, where they raise awareness of HIV. There's redwhistleproject.com. Also, the Headshot Clinic.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yes. Did you get to join any of their headshot clinics this year?
No, I just heard about them, but the other
Right.
thing I wanted you to share was the remember you did a course as a chef, the eating
Oh,
clean.
right. Eating
Yeah.
clean with Studio Plant Made, of course. Yeah, there you go. um, yeah. So that's where was this? This was in, oh my gosh, my mind is drawing a blank. It's a coffee, just a cute little coffee shop in Poblacion. It's called Julian's Coffee
Mm-hmm.
Spot. And what they do is they work with people, what do you call it? Persons with disabilities
Mm-hmm.
there. So Studio Plant Made is a raw vegan culinary
Mm-hmm.
studio located in Tagaytay. They're actually reopening
Nice.
soon. So you can go
Mm-hmm.
to Studio Plant Made. Made is spelled Maed. Studio Plant Made PH on Instagram. They're there. I actually am a huge believer in healing with plants. I actually recently became plant-based or vegan,
Mm-hmm.
and it actually really has helped me
Yeah.
with my mental health journey. Because about a year and a half ago, I admitted myself into a what do you call this? Into a mental facility in
Mm-hmm.
Makati Med. This was when I was just kind of like, I had done everything. I had been battling with anxiety and depression for a really, really long time. I had tried so many things. I had tried, the doctor thing before. I did the doctors and the meds, and then at the time it was not working because mentally I just wasn't ready for it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Back in 2010, and then like I was just like, I can do this on my own. I'll just do research, blah 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 blah, because I was diagnosed as bipolar with bipolar disorder.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'll just do research, blah blah blah. Um, I didn't have a full understanding of it, and I just kind of like, I will figure this out on my own. So I did
Mm-hmm.
that. Um, Fast forward 10 years later, struggling still. You will have your ups and your downs, and like I had definitely sort of hit a super low point in my life where I was like, I had to reach out to my family and be like, guys, I really need help. My sister, I talked to my sister Maria, and she helped me decide that, like, she guided me through the entire thing. My sisters, Annika and Maria, were there the entire way when I admitted, and Tita Betsy as well. She was the one who told us what exactly to do, how to admit yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I gave them basically, yeah. So I was there for about a month and a half, and it really helped because that was the time where I was like, I was ready to take in the help that I really needed. You know what I mean? Like, I think you really have to. You have to. So I think self-awareness is also a
Mm-hmm.
huge. It's something that it's really important actually.
Yeah.
Self-awareness.
Mm-hmm.
when you are aware that you have a problem, and then you are ready to acknowledge it, that's the biggest step that you could ever take for yourself. That
And
first step is a
you
giant
have
step.
courage, and that's having courage to just admit that, is something
Yes.
huge.
Yeah, I didn't know how to segue into it, so
Yeah.
it was perfect. It was a perfect way to do that. So yeah, so after that, I had stayed in, I was working with therapists and doctors, and like I was on medication. And this time I was doing it right. We were like working with the right doctors and stuff to um to 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 get me off of the meds, because when you're on these meds, like, you don't want to be on them forever. Honestly, they're there to help you. Sometimes it's not for everybody, honestly. Like, every wound, scars are different for everybody, so the healing will be different for everybody too. So I tried many different things. I've tried like a combination of the holistic and the sort of like medical sort of route, and I think a balance of the two really helped.
Yeah.
A lot of meditating, I took up a little bit of yoga as well, and eating healthy, super, super, really, really helps. Hey, Nico! Hi! So yeah, and Studio Plant Made will really, it talks about that as well. So I actually took their course last year. Shout out to Auntie May. Hi! She sort of, because vegetarianism, veganism was not new to me, but this raw veganism was a completely different world I had never really explored before, and it's very, very, very super, like, wow. The benefits, really. So I've been, combining cooked and raw vegan sort of with just like, and I love to cook, you know what I mean? I love to prepare food. So, just like I can't even stress, like, the plants are there talaga to heal, man. Like, they really, it's just insane. It's crazy. Like, even like things like, your gut health is so important. Like, because the gut health is connected to your mental health as well. So that's something for people to look into if ever. Yeah. So I've actually been thinking of ways to, I'm thinking of like, doing pop-ups as well, like pop-up lunches and dinners one of these days.
Why don't you
So
start
I have some ideas.
Do some small like meals that you normally eat and share it with us so we know
Yeah.
how to do them.
Yeah, I've actually been thinking about putting up not really a YouTube channel, but just kind of like doing like short recipe videos. I've been doing them on, I guess, I've been sharing my dishes on stories. Like, I feel so like, I don't know, I'm so kind of like
Got this.
feeling blogger. I don't know. So yeah, thinking about that as well. Like, really like vegan nutrition and preparing food. Like, I'd like to, because I'm also doing it not for the health but also for the animals. Like, yeah. So I kind of don't want to be that annoying vegan that says, "Do you know what you're eating? Oh my god!" Like, no, not like that. I kind of want to do it in a way where, it's do it through food, I guess. So raise awareness with food, maybe.
Yeah,
that's another advocacy. That's another advocacy I'm into.
I'll be watching.
Yeah,
I'm sure a lot of people, especially now, everybody's trying to be creative.
That's true.
If you know what to create and it's healthy and it's obviously good for the world, then do it.
For sure. It's like, we have more than ever, we need to really start thinking about how we want to make less of an impact or environmental impact on the not environmental impact. Oh my god, why am I teaching English again? My words. Yeah, because did you know? Sorry, what?
Go.
No, did you notice how the sky, like when everybody was on lockdown, like the earth was literally healing itself. Like the sky was so blue. The oceans were cleaner. The animals were coming out of there. You know what I mean? So it's obvious that we need to kind of make some changes.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Super.
And I think that's exactly, you know, a lot of people, it's hard to say this. I know this pandemic really sucks.
Yeah.
It really sucks. But at the same time, I feel like we are learning something from it, whether it's as a like it's I called it a global awakening.
Yeah.
It's kind of a global awakening for you know, just the things. I think we're so not distracted with our normal day-to-day things that we're now seeing there's a lot of ugly truths about the world that's being revealed, and I think, you know, now that we're becoming aware of it,
Yeah.
we can't ignore it anymore. And I think we're all, you know, trying to take the necessary steps to kind of see how we can fix it slowly, slowly. You know what I mean? And also with ourselves, like a lot of us, this quarantine has oh my gosh, I've been unpacking a lot of emotions and a lot of feelings that I never knew I had, and I've been sharing this. I kind of use Instagram stories as like a dumping site for all these thoughts, because I needed, you know, it's a nice way of like sharing your thoughts, and like a lot of people have been sharing their thoughts with me as well, and we kind of learn from each other. You know what I mean? Like this is kind of like a part of the growing and the growing pains, I guess, of growing. I don't know if I'm making sense, but
true. I think we're all some story, a story to tell, to inspire other people.
Exactly.
And we're here to learn from each other. That's really the
exactly.
I mean, no one's above, you know, anyone else. We're just equal. I mean, look at what's happening. We're all in the same, somewhat
same storm. Same storm, different boats. That's what same storm, different boats. So we're just kind of like waving at each other from our boats. Hi, this is my boat. I like your boat. My boat's sinking. Help.
But Sanya can entertain us forever. But don't worry, I'm gonna have like a part 2, 3, 4 with Sanya, because she's just a woman. But before we wrap up, Sanya, can you please share your words of wisdom to everyone that's listening that needs that extra boost of happy hormones?
Words of wisdom. Let me see. Well, I think I've mentioned it before, is just remember that we are in this pandemic together. So it's definitely totally okay, you know, to be feeling how you are feeling, whatever it is. Like it's completely valid. Like again, it's a lot to take in, and it's a lot to adjust to and adapt to. Some are thriving and some are not, and that's okay if you're not. You know what I mean? Like, just, you know, if you have gotten out of bed today, like that's awesome. You know what I mean? Just keep on going. It sucks. It really, really sucks. But remember that we will learn from this. We will learn from this. We will grow from this. This is probably one of the biggest lessons that we are going to be learning right now. Like, you know, value these lessons. These are very valuable lessons. And it's completely fine. And, you know, things will get better.
Yeah.
Things will get better. Be kind to yourselves.
Exactly.
Be kind to yourselves. Yeah.
So before we say, Sia, let's do some shout outs. Thank you guys for tuning in. We have Tars Soriano. Hello.
Oh, Tara, hey. Hi, Tars.
We have Alex, Manel, of course, Nico's here. Aubrey.
Oh, Manel, hi.
Oh, our sister, Aloha. Remember Aloha?
She's my God, Aloha. Hey.
Of course, Nick.
Aloha.
Nick says, big props to you, Sanya. I'm a huge Pepe Smith fan. Got a chance to hang out with Dad in Bacolod on a road trip. True Filipino legend. You're both inspirations to all of us.
Yay. Thank you, Nick.
I agree. You are one of the realists, Sanya.
Oh.
Keep it up. We have Tony.
Hey,
Tony. We have Izzy all the way from Australia. Hi, Izzy.
Oh, my God. Hi, Izzy. Hey.
So take home from Sanya a lot, you know, just be okay with what you're doing, you know.
Yes,
I think
it's totally fine.
self reevaluation, refresh button. I like how Sanya took a detox moment from social media, from
Yeah.
gadgets. You know,
Mm-hmm.
really expressed that she needed that me time. I guess that's your me time and healing.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
you can do that, guys. There's no pressure
Yeah.
for you to be, you know, on every second of the day doing something or
Yeah.
posting something. You know, that's not what this time is about. It's about inspiring others, inspiring yourself,
Mm-hmm.
family,
Yes.
surrounding
For
yourself,
sure.
reaching out to people who empowers you. And I'm sure,
And help each other out. Help each
right?
other out too. Yeah.
And I'm sure Sanya will be more than happy to answer any more questions or give more advice to you guys. She mentioned her social media, and I will make sure her social media handles are also on this caption for this
Thank you.
interview. I love you and thank you, Sanya, for joining me. Let's talk some more. There's so much more
For
stories.
sure.
So with that, guys, actions speak louder than words. And thank you for tuning in on another episode of In Love with Me. Love you.
Love you, Mafae.
Thank you for watching In Love with Me series.